I'm Catherine. It's a rainy day and I just felt like making my house super cozy and tidy. We didn't end last night on a strong, end of the day cleaning routine and a note, and so there was lingering messes this morning, which I know happens to all of us. So I want to show you just how messy our house is. This is after we have had our morning routine and breakfast and we're ready for the kids to get started on school. And I am hoping to pull an hour out of our morning to just work on getting the kitchen, the living room, and my bedroom back in order and clean and reset so we can enjoy all of those spaces for our school day today. So if you need some cleaning motivation, or if it's a rainy day and you want to get your house cozy and tidy, then come along with me and we will clean up together. Well, welcome to our real life mess, guys. We do have an actual mess. The kids were crafting early this morning before we got started on school. Plus there is breakfast stuff, coffee stuff, even leftover bowls from popcorn from last night. Just clutter that needs to be tidied. Nothing crazy. We're not deep cleaning. We just need to get the house back in order so that it's not overwhelming to get to our school stuff today. This area of the counter can be a catch-all. I really try to keep that from happening, but it's just a convenient spot where people drop their things as they come through the room. So we are taking a minute to clear off all this stuff off the counter. Dishes used to be one of those jobs that I really hated doing. And I know some people just hate doing the dishes, but I don't hate doing the dishes anymore. I just realized that part of the reason that I didn't like it, it was always such an overwhelming task. I would wait until there were so many dishes piled in the sink and next to the sink that it was just a huge mess. I let stuff linger, and so it dried on the dishes, and it was gross. And so I just don't let that happen anymore. We try to get to the dishes a couple times a day. We do the breakfast dishes, we do the lunch dishes in the afternoon, and then we do our dishes after dinner. And it's not an overwhelming, disgusting mess anymore. And my kids are learning to do it too, so we definitely have people to take turns doing the dishes with. But I have found that if it's not, piled high and crusted on and totally gross, it is not that bad of a chore to do. And on cold days like this, it's even kind of a nice chore to do, to get my hands in the warm water. It just makes me really thankful that we have nice, hot, running water to wash our dishes in. Now, before you ask me why in the world I am loading up the dishwasher with clean dishes, it is because that is exactly what I'm doing. Our dishwasher is not working, something's wrong with the motor, and I think it is going to be cheaper just to replace the dishwasher than actually get it fixed, which is really sad, but that's life. So for now, it is the big drying rack, which I appreciate because we have a big family, and so, if we dry them all on the counter, it's going to take up the whole counter, so I'm just sticking them in there to dry. I am just giving a little bit of a surface wipe down to my stove. I really like the stove area being clean, but I cannot take it apart every single time. So it's getting that in-between wipe down right now. And you might see I have something simmering on the stove that is bone broth. I love making bone broth, and especially on a cold, kind of dreary day, having some broth simmering and knowing I'm making a nice, rich soup base or stock, that is just so cozy. I love it. Now getting on to the next room, my living room. It was just looking really messy. I started by putting on some essential oils. I used a little, lavender and orange, and it really had a nice citrus and calming kind of scent. And I love starting essential oils or using candles or whatever it is, just giving a fresh smell to the space is so nice, adds such a cozy feeling on a day like today. So I started tidying up my couch, but then I was seeing how much crumbs and kid mess there was in there. I was finding Legos and popcorn and all kinds of things as soon as I started moving cushions. So I decided it was just worth vacuuming out the couch real quick. It would only take me a few extra minutes, and I definitely will be glad to have that job done. This is a slipcover couch, and it's from IKEA. I have two slipcover sets. I have this one in gray that I bought on Amazon, and I have a white one that actually came from IKEA. So I've been thinking a lot about changing back to the white slipcovers. I know it sounds a little crazy to have white slipcovers with 6 children in the house, but they actually launder up really nicely, and in the past we have Scotch guarded them, and that works well also, though I don't know if it's worth going to the hassle to do that. You can see that it's well past time to wash this slipcover set. It really needs to come off and be washed. It's been about a year since the base part has been washed. That part you have to really disassemble the couch to take all those pieces off. And so usually I just wash the covers and cushions, but you can see it is really time. So I'm giving them a vacuum, getting these crumbs out. I already picked up all the Legos, and I even found a little bit of change, but the slip covers will have to be changed another day. Now that we've got all those crumbs out of the couch, I am just reassembling the cushions, and I am flipping some of them over to the cleaner side, which I think is just a very practical way to get the most use out of your couch covers. Make sure you rotate them. But just putting the couch back together, it is so nice to get all the crumbs out of the couch, and it does feel nice and fluffed up and stuff just from moving the cushions around. So that was something I wasn't expecting to do today, but I am so glad I did it. Now I'm just taking a minute to sweep up in here. You can see we have a lot of trash on the floor. Yesterday, one of the kids was in here snipping away with scissors at a piece of paper, just cutting it into tiny little confetti. And we did have popcorn in here last night with our show that we were watching. And you know, I often prefer to take the time in the evening so we can start fresh with the day. But if you want to know the truth, we could sweep the floor like this twice a day and probably just sweep up this much. So it is amazing to me how many little bits of paper and things get dropped every single day, but that is just the stage of life we're in. So we keep sweeping it up. Now this is so much better than what we started off with. It is so nice to have the room clean and tidy. And I did leave my planning book and a couple of my younger students' books on the couch. We'll get to those in just a little bit. My big kids are still working hard at the table. Well, a couple of the older ones, a couple of the younger ones, and one was on the computer doing his math. And I am stepping into my room for a minute to get this space in order. I love having my bed made. I usually make it every morning as soon as I'm up. And it's just really important to me to kind of set the tone for the rest of the house by having my own space tidy. Thank you so much for joining me for this one. If you are someone who functions in a really clean house, leave me a sparkle emoji in the comments. I know for my husband, if everything is a mess and cluttery, it really bothers him. He feels like he can't focus, he can't get work done, and he does work from home most of the time. So it's important to me to make it a space that he can function in. And then if you are a person who doesn't mind the mess, leave me the crazy face emoji down in the comments. I don't mind the mess so much, but I will admit that when we're trying to get our school done, the cluttery mess, just toys or whatever lingering, is a distraction. So if you're somebody who doesn't mind the mess, will work around the piles of clutter or toys or clothes or socks that the kids have flung off, leave me the crazy face emoji down below. So I just thought this would be a little something fun to try. I want to thank you so much for joining me for this video. And I am just celebrating all these little milestones. That just makes me feel super amazed that people want to come along for this journey, and there are over 1,000 people who said I'm here for it. So thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for your kind comments. Thanks for interacting on this channel. I enjoy it a lot, and I want to keep making the kind of content that you want. So please let me know, what is your favorite? Cleaning, organizing, or just general homemaking? That would be another really helpful comment for you to leave down below. And if you check my community tab, I will have a poll on that for you. So I will talk to you later. See you in the next one. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.